What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to ICNV Drives Edition. Today, we're going to talk about my Z06 build, or should I say builds, if I get to build one. So let's talk about it and see how I spec out the Z06 that I desire. Let's go.
Then you learn how to beat them. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah.
So let's get the formalities out the way. If you already know me and you've been following my channel for a while, you know the only way for me to go is convertible. So we're going to select the convertible model. Let's get over to the trims. As far as the trims go, like I said, if you've been following this channel for a while and you know me, I like toys, I like options, and I want the best that you can possibly get. So I'm going to select the 3LZ. So now, let's get into the exterior colors. Now, when it comes to my preference, and I say my preference, I always like to build something you're not going to see every day. So if you go back and look at the history of the color spectrum, my favorite color will be Arctic White. But white Corvettes are quite common, just as red and black. So Arctic White wouldn't be the way I would go. I would definitely like a Torch Red C8. Torch Red C8s are just too common for me. In the grand scheme of things, looking at my color options, White Pearl would definitely be the way I want to go, but I really don't want to build a C8 Z06 Anniversary Edition, although I think those will be special and rare cars going forward. I feel like that's going to be the car they build the most of that can actually get the demand they're asking for in price. So when it comes to me, I believe Silver Flare or Ceramic Matrix Gray is the way to go. So at this point, I'm still back and forth on those two colors, but I'm going to select Ceramic Matrix Gray just for this presentation. Once you select Ceramic Matrix Gray, now let's go to the wheels. Anybody that knows me automatically knows these wheels aren't going to stay on the car. I'm going to add some aftermarket wheels to give my own personal touch and flair. But so for the sake of ordering the car, I will stay with the standard wheels that come with it. But if you was asking me which wheels I would prefer to add to the car, I would have to say the graphene. All logic tells me to keep this thing as cheap as possible, so I'm going to stick with the standard wheels that comes with it. When I go to the interior, one of the main reasons I upgraded to the 3LZ is because I like the carbon fiber steering wheel. And I felt like the carbon fiber steering wheel was one major option that car was actually missing. So getting a carbon fiber steering wheel for the 3LZ package to me is a must and one of the main reasons I decided to upgrade to the 3LZ. The other reason is I feel like when it comes to the interior, the one thing that won me over at Corvettes and Carlisle was the all red adrenaline dipped interior. And now, based off this, seeing this interior in person, every spec I've built from that point on has actually had to have the all red adrenaline dipped interior. And I feel like you have to be a unique person to pull that off. Everybody's personality won't do it, but mine definitely will. So I want the all red interior. That's my first choice. But before I dive into that information, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the ICNV Drive Edition community. We talk about interesting conversations that my community brings up, or not only that, we share videos, create some interesting posts, and I have a lot of fun on this channel as well. So if you're looking for a way to pass the time with something interesting and not too much of a strain, become a subscriber, hit that bell notification, and check out the videos as they come up. Now, let's get back into this video. They come with the standard with the GT2 seats, which I can live with. That's what I have in my current C8. And the seatbelt color is all red because of the interior selection. Just wanted to let you see that. The microfiber, or as I like to say, the Alcantara steel wheel is not needed on my part. So let's get over to the packages. When it comes to packages, the roadside safety package, you get the floor mats, you get the Jake's graphic, you get the 7th anniversary edition, and you get the Z07 package. Truthfully, the Z07 package for me is not needed, and I will tell you why. I don't feel I need the C8 Z07 package for the Z06 because I don't really plan on tracking this car consistently. For the minor track days I plan on doing, or if I even participate, I would just take the base C8 Z06 and do the required maintenance to take it on the track. So I'm going to skip the Z07 package. Now, when I get to the real list of options, this is where it comes in for me. I would prefer for my rear spoiler to be carbon flash metallic, but I'm not so big on the mirrors. So for that reason, I won't add it. When it comes down to the Z06 badging, I definitely have to have a red badge. To me, the red badge pops a lot more than any black badge you see on the car. So I definitely want to get that in red. The chrome exterior badge is not a must for me. I don't really care about the Corvette emblems in the back because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to remove them. I go back and forth on the rear hash graphics, but because they are a dealer install option, I may just order them at a later date if I do decide to get them. But one thing I feel like I have to have on my convertible, and it's from owning my current convertible, is I really do like the look of the nacelles. Now, considering the nacelles and the solid roof colors of the car doesn't really do it for me, I would have to go with the full carbon flash painted nacelles on roof of the convertible hard top. I don't really need the battery protection package because if you see my other video about storing my current Corvette C8, you realize I really don't store my cars over the winter. I drive them all throughout the winter, so I don't feel like that's a requirement for me. Having the all black exhaust tips is an option I would like to explore, but it doesn't one I have to have. So, but that $395 is not going to make or break my budget. The front lift with memory is an option I go back and forth on, mainly because I've owned, at this point, 2 Corvettes. It's going to be 3. I really haven't had it, and I haven't really had issues with the front end of my car scraping. I've had my current C8 going on 2 years now, and I drive it at least 222 days out the year, and I've only scraped it maybe 6 times. The Brembo brakes, I don't really feel like I need them, so that's an extra $8,000 I feel that's completely unnecessary. Now, when we switch over to the interior options, I will sit there and say, I do feel like I want a personalized plate, so I will get the personalized interior plate. We'll add that $295. Because I have the all adrenaline red interior, a lot of these things I don't even consider. What I would consider is I definitely would like to get the carbon fiber interior package of the level 2. And this is the other reason, or my final reason, for going to the 3LZ. You cannot get this in the 1LZ or the 2LZ, but it is only an option for the 3LZ. So I will add that. Now, just so you know, the stealth interior package is one I will also have to have. So my bill is actually $138,000, and the options I actually have on my car are the red Z06 badging, a personalized interior plate, black exhaust tips, stealth interior, the carbon flash roof, and the carbon fiber interior. These are the options I feel like my Corvette C8 Z06 must have. This is how it currently looks if you look at the outside. I have a convertible with the black nacelles and rooftop, the black accent but the red Z06 sign, and the low wing. And to me, this is the perfect C8 Z06 for me. I don't need the Z07 package, but honestly, the reason why I chose not to go with the C8 Z07 package is because I do like the look of the exterior C8 Z06 Z07 package, but you just can't get the aero package alone. You have to actually upgrade to the actual C8 Z06 Z07 package. And for me, that's not a desire I wish to pursue, because I don't really need all that extra performance options for a car I'm barely or hardly ever going to track. So what I was thinking was I would get this car and explore aftermarket aero options, because I'm sure they will, within the first 18 months of the car truly being on the street, become a readily available option. Even now, the current C8 Z07 wing is available on the aftermarket, but looking at that wing and future front splitter options will probably be the way I go with my car. Now, the only thing that may change about my car will possibly be the color, because that's the one thing I'm not completely sold on yet. I really do like the ceramic matrix gray, but I could also go, like I said before, with the silver flare metallic. I feel like either way, both colors complement what I'm trying to get across. And so when you look at it, I still think it has a beautiful, unique look, even with the silver flare metallic. Now, when I sat there and said, let's talk about builds, the reason why I said builds is because I am honest and truthful with myself. If I get into a position where I'm looking to order a car and I run into constraints, that has always been my concern. So the current car I desire is literally, let's say, 138 grand. When you look at the interior of this Corvette, I truly fell in love with this interior when I saw it at Corvettes in Carlisle. So I feel like this is definitely the interior for me. So this is my interior setup of the car I truly would like to own. So now, when I sat there and said before that my builds, I say that to you because if it comes down to the simple fact of there being certain constraints on cars when I look to get my car, or there be certain constraints on options when I look to get my car, the major options I can live without would be the black exhaust tips, the stealth interior package, and the carbon fiber level 2 in package. Those three things I could easily drop and save myself some money. But not only that factor, I feel like the stealth and the carbon fiber interior and the black exhaust tips are simple because the chrome tips don't really bother me that much. And if I do go with a silver flare car, I feel like they will fit right in. If the stealth interior is something I can't get, it doesn't hurt me to actually have the silver showing. The carbon fiber level 2, in my opinion, I've come across several aftermarket outlets where I can actually get this before the C8 Z06 came out, and I was actually thinking about putting it on my current C8 that I can match the carbon fiber quite well. So I feel like when it comes overall to the whole look of the car, I can still get this at a later date on the aftermarket scene, and it's technically right around the same price. The only thing I truly lose is the carbon fiber running all the way up the door trim. So that is something I may have to end up sacrificing with the Carbon 2 package. So if I go to those options and just remove them off the car, my build options can actually get all the way down to $132,000. Now, with that being said, the other dilemma I come across is if those options are on constraint or I can't get those options. If I go back to the beginning in this whole process, and let's say I switch down to a 2LZ trim, it drops my starting price to $126,000 for the convertible. Let's just make it in a silver flare. we're going to stick to the same options as before. But I only did this because I want you to see one thing. The wheels can stay the same. We don't have to mess with that. We go to the interior. I no longer have the option of the carbon fiber steering wheel. And I no longer have the option of the all red interior. But if I do go to a two-tone red and black interior, I would definitely go to the GT2 seats. And I get everything that comes with that option. I don't need any of these options. 70th anniversary is not even an option at this point. I still would want the red Z06 logo. Now, as you see, the carbon fiber 2 package is not available. I would like the stealth interior package. I would still have to get my much anticipated all blackened sails and roof. And the reason why I did this, everybody, and I just want you all to see, is if I built this car in a 2LZ spec to be cheaper, I'm literally off my desired bill by $1,500. So I asked myself, on the aftermarket, the carbon fiber steering wheel alone is $1,200. The all adrenaline red interior that I desire, I cannot get for an additional $600. So this is why it makes no sense to me to go to a Z06 2LZ to get the car I desire. I'm getting less quality materials, I'm getting a lower grade interior, and all of this is only saving me $1,500. So to me, overall, it makes no sense. And that's what I want to share with everyone. Now, if money was no option, let's do this. I would definitely keep a convertible. We would go with the 3LZ option. Now, instead of going with any of the previous colored options like the ceramic matrix gray or the silver flare, I would do red mist. Now with the red mist, I would have to go for a little bit more aggressive look, so I would add on some of the top striping options, and I would go with more of a darker look. Now let's get over to the wheels. Like I said before, the choice I would choose would be the graphene wheels, so I'm going to go to the graphene wheel selection. Also, I want to change my brake calipers, so I'm going to look at something more red. Now, I don't want to do the bright red, I want to do the darker edge red. So let's get over to the darker edge red. I think this is going to amplify the look I'm going for. Now, when it comes to the interior, this is where it kind of gets tricky. I wouldn't mind a black and red combination interior, but like I told you before, because I'm in a 3LZ, I'm going to go the all red adrenaline dip. I feel like this is going to give it the most sinister looking look that I can think of, and I'm trying to build a sinister looking car. So when I get the all adrenaline red interior, that's the only thing I'm going to mess with over here. So let's get to these packages. Now, with the packages, this time we are going to select the Z07 package. Not really a fan of the tires on it, but I'm definitely going to take it. So we select the Z07 package and everything that comes along with it. Now let's get into these options. When it comes to my options, I want to complete the sinister look of this car. So I am going to get the side striping options of the Jake logo. And just like before, I'm still going to get the carbon flash nacelles and roof. I also want to go ahead and black out these exhaust tips. And I'm going to add the front lift for memory, because remember, money is no object on this pick. Now, when I get to the interior options, I'm going to go ahead and add on the stealth interior, and I'm going to grab both carbon fiber packages. And that's about all I need to do. I can upgrade that nameplate at a later date. I should throw it in there, whatever, it's only $295. But at this point, this is the car I've built. And to me, this is a sinister looking Corvette C8 Z06. Let's take a look at it more closely. Some people may agree, some people may not. But this is the look I would go for if money was no object. And I think when you see it on the streets, it would definitely make you look twice. So those are my desired builds. That is why I chose to go that way. And like I said before, I have multiple specs only because I'm anticipating dealing with constraints when it comes time to order my car. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a nice build? Do you think I'm wrong for the colors I'm actually looking to choose? Either way, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit me up in the comments. But as always, ICNV Drivers Edition, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Join the ICNV Drivers Edition community. Don't forget to leave me some comments. I love to hear what you think of my build spec. But until the next upload, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets. Peace.